Good evening everyone and welcome to episode 9 of How Is That Guy a WCS Driver? I figured I'd better start my intro a little bit early this week as I run out of time doing saying what I wanted to say last week. So we've got a minute or so until we grid up, and then we've got our minute countdown then until race starts at Motorsports, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in the Radical again. So last week I did my race at Laguna, just only did the one race that whole week. Yeah, it was really good fun, as if you saw the video you will know. Did a race here at Motorsport last night, had a good little fun race there, battling with Jörg Manni pretty much for the whole race, ended up just in second position to him after that. And then we've got a little bit of a busier field here tonight, so it's Saturday night. We've got Ton Lanther again, who I was battling with at Laguna last week, and Matthias Unrius, who are way ahead of the rest of the field, 13 zeros. I think pole is a 12.8 I think this week, and I'm a good half second at least off the top guys this week. Haven't quite got the pace maybe that I did at Laguna last week, you know, still, you know, not a million miles away I guess, but just haven't quite got comfortable with running quite at the speeds of these other guys. I'm using a setup very kindly shared by Sasha Tomazic, who I think is a driver who's got that overall pole position. Very low downforce, that's the main difference between what we're running at Laguna and here. At Laguna we were running the dive planes and a high rear wing, so you know, max downforce pretty much the whole way around. And here at Motorsport the car feels quite different running without those dive planes and with quite a low rear wing. So 25-minute race again. We've got a bit of a influx of ApexRacingUK drivers who will run through as we get going in a race a little bit as the light's about to go green.
Green flag.
So a decent start. Looks like I've got a bit of a gap already to the cars behind. Just going to slot into this fourth place fairly happily, I think, with my teammate Sam Kumo just ahead in third.
Left side. Clear.
Just want to not go too crazy on this opening lap. Tyres are quite cold on this first lap especially. Just want to make sure we don't get too much oversteer. I think the front two are going to disappear from the rest of this, I think. God, I hate that corner, Moss corner. I was going to struggle on it every lap, I think. Alright, so everyone getting the toe down the back straight as we got Gregor Thompson, who's made up a good handful of positions from the start. Started in 7th, now in 5th. And the front two looks like they're going to be battling away as they go into this really quick right-hander. I forgot, of course, I'm going a bit quicker because I'm in the draft. Scruffy lap. Right, perhaps I'm going to be quiet for this next lap, just make sure I get a reasonable run in. Matthias runs very wide. Sam's going to be side by side all the way down the straight, I think. I think Matthias just about got the better drive out the corner recovering. That's a shame, I think, 'cause it's going to let Tom break away from the rest of us. Going to be a bit tight as we get to the end here. We need to bail out of this, I think. Okay, so that was a better second lap really, but Gregor is still right with us behind in 5th with ApexRacingUK teammate LJ Garnett, not far behind already. He started right from the very back of the grid, having not put in a qualifying time, and he is going to be very quick, so he's going to be with us straight away, I think.
Side. You're clear.
You need to brake very, very early for Moss Corner here. Make sure you don't get caught up with Matthias. Ooh, we're going a little bit hotter than I planned really through the apex there, but we get away with it. I think understandably Matthias was a bit worried and had to take quite a wide second apex there. So yeah, Tom already is 2 and a bit seconds away from Sam Kumo in second. A little bit earlier coming off the power that time. Cool, big difference in entry speed there between me and Matthias. And LJ Garnett has moved up into that 5th position now, just 1 spot back. So yeah, just not feeling as comfortable here as say maybe at Laguna. I think I'm going to be a bit quieter in general, as I'm feeling the need just to concentrate a bit more and make sure I don't trip myself up or trip anyone else up. Right, remember Matthias was a little bit slower going in here than I was last lap, but not this time. Let's get a decent run on the power. A little bit wide for Matthias again. Don't want to let Sam get too far away if we can help it. I'm surprised that Matthias isn't running a little bit of a higher pace, because his qualifying lap was a lot faster than myself and Sam, so maybe he got a little bit damaged when he had that excursion earlier on. That was a better turn 3 that time. LJ Garnett now just 0.8 behind. It looks like LJ had a little bit of a tough Moss corner on that one. He's lost nearly a second since I last had a glance at the relative screen. But yeah, like it's going to be a good battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th here, as Tom is still just a little bit away from us really. Ooh, don't want to take that curb on the inside there at all really. Turned out alright, didn't really lose any time in the end. Turn 2 is so tricky, as it just wants to suck you out onto that grass on the outside there with a negative camber. A little bit too much oversteer on the entry, but I think we're going to get there. Okay, so a bit quicker than I wanted to be on the entry really into Moss Corner that time, but the middle and the exit all hooked up pretty nicely. Feels sketchy every lap on there. I just don't feel like I've got the car under control each time on the braking. Got a bit of a run on Matthias now, but not enough to think about anything at all. Got a much better exit that time, not quite going to be enough. Got a big difference in apex speed at that time. Made up a huge chunk of time on Matthias, but with Moss Corner that's all going to disappear anyway, as I have to be pretty cautious on the entry. Oh, he says. Just about hold it together. Matthias has a big old slide. Here's our chance. Came out the slipstream a little bit earlier than I needed to there, really, but hopefully we're going to pick up a little bit from Sam in front. Okay, looks like we should have that bit of momentum to get us by. Right, so it's a nice clean end to the lap. Right, and let's start trying to reel Sam back in again.
Deep breath now.
A little bit of a quicker entry into turn 2 than I wanted that time, but didn't really cause a problem at all. Oh, third gear please, thank you. Lost quite a lot of time missing that gear there in turn 3. So again, we're just going to get a whisper of draft, I think, from Sam, as Matthias now is the one that has got the advantage with the slipstream, but not really gained too much. Right, so down into 4th, down into 3rd now, penultimate corner, a little bit of brake, back just staying in 3rd, gently squeezing on the power. Not too bad at the end of a lap there. So a little bit slower on the entry this time. Take that tighter line. A little bit of oversteer mid-corner. Oh, managed to get that 3rd gear with a big kick of oversteer that time. But we've built a bit of space nicely now from Matthias actually. Try and concentrate a bit more now on Sam. Right, Moss corner again. 2nd gear, balancing the throttle and the brake all the way around the corner. And we've made up a little bit of time on Sam actually on that lap, so it was 1.5 seconds as we were on the back straight last lap by. We actually somehow gained a little bit of time to Tom in 1st place, so he's 3.6 seconds down the road, so he must have had a little bit untidy last sector there, I think. So easy to get a little bit too eager on the power in that last corner. Got to be so cautious, just waiting for the car to straighten up more. And the same coming out of turn 3 there, just need to be patient with the throttle, just getting a little bit of oversteer to help rotate the car, but make sure it's just manageable. Oh, got the middle of the corner quite wrong that time, so we're going to lose a little bit down this long straight, but again at least we got a bit of a tow from Sam ahead. So yeah, Apex Racing UK, we got Sam Kumo, myself, LJ Garnett. We've also got Conrad and Liam who are running 10th and 11th. So Liam in 10th and Conrad in 11th from the looks of it. Sam misses the apex a little bit there in that fast sweeping right-hander. Again, just wait, power. Didn't want to take quite so much curb on the outside. Didn't get that 3rd gear again. That was a better line approaching that time. Get the apex. a little bit too much. But again, we've gained a tenth or two on Sam that lap. And LJ, after looking like it was going to be closing right up to us, is just dropping back a little bit more now, back to 2.5 seconds. And we're right up with Sam now. Just about managing to get back for that last apex there. Should have quite a good run down the back straight here, I think, with Sam. Matthias still isn't that far behind, 0.9 of a second. Right, here we go, closing on Sam now.
Right side.
Gonna be tough.
Still there. Clear.
Sam gives me a little bit of space, and we just about managed to get that done around the outside. It's a little bit bouncy through the apex of that final corner there. They couldn't really get on the power that time.
Good job, man. You're right there with him.
So the problem is now, for the first time all race really, I haven't got a draft down the back straight now. So we need to just try and build as much of a gap here in this first half of a lap as we can. Didn't really want to be on the inside curb through turn 3 there. Much too slow through the middle of a corner there. So we've got half a second at the minute to Sam, so we'll see how much he closes now in the slipstream. I can see him getting bigger and bigger, but we should be okay this time by it. Just didn't quite get the apex there at the final corner. Right, so again we just need to try and keep getting a little bit more space before we get back to the back straight. Oh, couldn't really get on the power there as it was wanting to push me too far out to the grass, couldn't quite get the rotation. And we got a pretty good exit, even though we were a bit slow in the middle of the corner there, so hopefully again we're looking like we should be safe for this lap. We've got 8 minutes remaining now of this 25-minute race. It's going to be pretty frantic, I think, between the three of us. Myself, Sam and Matthias back there in fourth. Oh, I just lost loads of time in that final corner there. Just didn't quite get the timings right, couldn't get on the power. It was a better turn 1. Going to get away with it, I think, but it was a little bit quicker really than we wanted into that. Right, Moss corner again, hard on the brakes, down into second and balancing the brake and the throttle to keep the car pointed where we want. Sam was a fair bit closer this time, I think, as we come out the corner. I was a little bit early going up the gear on that last gear change. Wait for the crest here, then into 6th. Sam's much closer, we need to defend this time.
Left side. You're clear him.
Got the apex that time for that final corner to hopefully set us up for the rest of the lap. Ooh. Ah, fuck. That came a bit out of nowhere, really.
Those binoculars, Ron, and
Just too much power, too early. Shame we got a meatball flag as well. We'll try and keep plotting around for now, he says, as we spin all the way around. See if we can keep trickling around until we get disqualified and don't lose any more places than we need to. Well, that was a shame. That was going. That was good fun then. Doesn't look like, thankfully, Sam got caught up at all. He's still ahead of Matthias, only by a couple of tenths. But yeah, we blew that a little bit. So with 5 minutes of a race left, I don't think we're quite going to be able to limp around to the finish before we get disqualified, but we'll see how far we can keep going. If a couple other people crash out, maybe we get another spot or two. Just make sure I let Gregor by in a minute as he catches up to us. Get through turn 2, I think. Need to be pretty careful through here. Just about okay. Right, we'll let Gregor go. Oh, sorry, Gregor.
Right.
Sorry.
Clear.
Trying to stay off the racing line just to miss communication.
On your right. Clear.
Looks like a nice little battle between Gregor and Tommy here. So yeah, we're definitely going to get disqualified before the timer for the race reaches 0, unfortunately. Oh, there's a lapped car spinning in the grass. So we've got Todd and Liam behind who are about to be coming by next. And then Conrad another 5 seconds back after that.
Right side. Clear. Right side. Still there. Clear.
So I'm thinking this is the lap now that we're going to get disqualified, I believe. Well, maybe we've got one more lap. But yeah, we've still got 2 minutes left on the race clock, so we're going to be a lap too many. bit quick. I thought we might have just got away with not getting another instant there. Let's see if it gives it to us. Yeah. Never mind, nearly held onto it. Make sure we let Mick go before we get to the corner.
Left side. Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, there's a big cloud of someone's engine smoke going in the grass there, or in the gravel. Oh, bit quick. Sorry about there, David.
Right side. Clear.
Gotten off track, haven't I? So thought I was going to get black flagged as we came over the start-finish line on that one, but apparently not. I think we're so far behind the leaders now that there's actually going to be one more lap anyway. But now that we're running stone last, it's not going to make any difference anyway, I don't suppose. Yeah, so yeah, a bit of a silly error coming out of turn 2 there. I could feel the car starting to do it again at Moss Corner. I feel the car was starting to get a bit too much oversteer. Just I was trying to be too cocky, keep my foot in, try not to let Sam gain anything behind, and paid the price. I had that snap there a few times in practice, so I knew that I needed to have been just let it go really once it started to slide and back out of it, but never mind, hindsight. So I mean, this is my third race in the Radical so far, and first race that I've actually got any instance at all. The previous 2 races are 0 instance, so I guess I'm going to have to get something at some point. Are we going to get black flag now or not still?
Trying, buddy.
There we go, that's what I've been waiting
little
for.
boy playing D-ball. You're trying.
But as I say, now that we're stone last anyway, going to make no odds. Yeah, so I guess if that can be the only error for a while, then we'll have to take that. What else can we talk about for a minute? So earlier in the day, I actually finally managed to qualify for a WCS race. So regular viewers will know that. There we go. Regular viewers will know that we'd not managed to actually qualify so far for any of the previous rounds. So that was at Watkins Glen. Really happy with my qualifying. Got in nicely. 16.0 put me 28th on the grid out of 35, and then it was a good fun start to the race. Lots of action, and after 3 laps I managed to bin it like I have done here and shove it in the wall, and that was that. So yeah, kind of blew it a little bit by finally getting onto the grid and then stuffing it after even just a few laps of a 56 lap race, but never mind. Tonight was going to be my only race, or my last race rather, for Radical this week, so that'll do me now for most sports. It's going to be at Brands Hatch next week, Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Brands Hatch is really one of my favourites in the calendar and the schedule, so looking forward to that. Congrats podium, looks like everybody's finished. So yeah, I'll be looking to get stuck into that next week, and yeah, going from there. Let me just apologise. Right, so I think that'll do then, won't it? Well, should we have a quick look? Let's have a quick look at me and Sam overtaking each other, because that was good actually, wasn't it? Let's go back to start. Let's find Sam. Oh yeah, we got past Matthias at some point, didn't we? When did we get past Matthias? On that lap. Let's get rid of this. Can't even remember where I got the overtake down the back straight, I guess. Yeah, here we go, right. So in fact that move on Matthias was done before we even got to the corner really, wasn't it? So Not a huge amount to see there, I don't think. Yep, pretty straightforward. But then the next one with Sam was much more fun, much more close call, much more of a close call. So let's go find that. Back straight there. Alright, so just about managing to get around the outside of Sam through the corner. How much space did I give him? Yeah, quite a bit. Good. Good, that will look pretty clean. And then I think a lap or two later Sam had a good go back at me on that same corner again. Not that one, looks too far away there. Which lap was it? We popped that one, so let's go back one more lap. Okay, I'm not sure where it was then, maybe. Never mind. Oh, here we go. No, that was me getting past Sam again, wasn't it? Right. I think we'll do some editing to get us straight to the one I'm trying to find. So, not on that one. Not on that one. This must have been lap 15 then. Okay, here we go. So we finally... No, that's still not going to be the right one, is it? Still too far away. No, here we go. Yeah, so finally got the right lap. Just having a look at Sam trying to go around the outside. Didn't quite manage to get it done. Good. Right. Okay. So that'll do then. We shall see you next week for Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit, and then in 2 weeks we've got Virginia International Raceway in the WCS and the F1 car. Not really looking forward to that, but we'll see how practice goes, see what the weather's like. That can make a big difference as to how enjoyable or not it might be practicing for it a week. So that'll do. See ya.